Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing about stereoselective oxidation of alkene. Today we will also solve two problems regarding CSI NET and GATE. This type of question also come in competitive exams. Okay, to predict the exact epoxidation, that is which type of oxidation will be the major one, either it may be below or above, we need to know the exact conformation of a chiral alkene, and it was beautifully done by Kane Hook. So it is called Hook model, and first we will learn about the Hook model, then we'll solve the problems. Okay, yeah, if we talk about Hook model, this is very interesting. Hook model says that in case of a chiral alkene, the most stable, or you can say the major conformation, will be that one which has less eclipsing interaction. Okay, here there are two chiral alkene. If we try to draw them as a conformation, it will look like there is hydrogen, there is also hydrogen, there is also hydrogen, and this is the chiral center. Okay, this is one conformation, and if you rotate this bond, it will look like if you rotate this, that is anti-clockwise fashion, it will look like this. Okay, between these two conformation, if you compare this, there is methyl eclipses the double bond in the plane, and here is hydrogen eclipses the double bond. There is hydrogen also. So there is hydrogen eclipsing double bond, and there is methyl eclipsing double bond, and all we know that the methyl eclipsing double bond is quite less stable. Okay, that's why the conformation will be, this will be the major one. So between these two structures, this will be the major one. The major portion will be like this part. Okay, and if we similarly, if we try to draw for this molecule, it will look like there is a cis double bond is there, so it will be hydrogen and it will be methyl, right? And this is the chiral center. Okay, and I am placing the hydrogen at the eclipsing position. It may rotate because this is sp3 carbon, and it will rotate. If you rotate this, it will look like and if you rotate this fashion, that is clockwise fashion, so hydrogen will be at the above. Okay, and methyl will be at the plane. So if you compare this, here is methyl eclipsing double bond, and in that case there is hydrogen eclipsing double bond. So between these two conformations, this conformation is quite stable than this, so the equilibrium will be like this. Okay, so this is basically Hook model. It was conferred by Hook, so this is called Hook model. All right. Oh, and we need to keep in mind this concept to solve the above question. Okay. So this is the problem number 1. If we treat this MCPP, we have to predict the right product. Okay, if you make it as a conformer, it will look like there is hydrogen, there is hydrogen, there is methyl. Yeah, so and you can see that the SI group, that is the bulky group, is at the above position. So we'll place here Si Me2PH, and there is methyl and there is hydrogen. So why I'm placing the methyl? Because to avoid the steric, that is, if we place hydrogen at the plane, there will be less interaction between methyl hydrogen and the eclipsing double bond and hydrogen. Okay, you can change this. You can make it methyl at the plane like this. But between these two conformation, this will be quite stable, because here is methyl interaction will be there, and methyl and eclipsing double bond is there also. So this is the right conformation. Okay, and you can see that the bulky group is there, that is SiMeH2. So to avoid the steric, MCPBA will come from the bottom side, that is below side. Okay, and in this case also the MCPBA will come from the bottom side, but this I'm not talking about this conformation because this is less stable. So if it comes from the bottom side, so the product will be the below epoxide, that is and this will be the measure, and it will be formed almost 95%, and the 5% will be the another, that is above epoxide. When SiMe come at the below position, and so because of the rotation of this bond, so SiMe2PH will come at the below position, and Me will be at the plane and hydrogen will be at the above. Okay, then epoxide will form at the above position, from the above position. So this will be a minor, and the below epoxide will be the major one. So the answer will be this: below epoxide will be formed at a yield of 95%. And now we will solve the another problem. Here is trans alkene is there in place of MCPP. Okay, this is quite interesting. Here two products are formed, almost 70-30 or 60-40. We have to predict the major one. Okay, so I am drawing the exact conformation. Yep. There is trans, so methyl will be at the above. There is hydrogen, and there is also hydrogen, and this is the chiral center. Here SiMe2PH is also at the above, so SiMe2PH. Okay, and I am placing here methyl, and this is hydrogen. I think this is the most stable conformation, because hydrogen is there, so it will create less eclipsing interaction with the double bond. Okay, as there is SiMe2PH is at the above position, so epoxidation will form from the below position, and the major product will be the below one, that is okay, this is the measure. Almost you can say 60% or 60 to 69%. And I am showing the another one. If you rotate this bond, if you rotate this, so what will happen? There will be methyl, hydrogen, hydrogen. Si will come at the below position, methyl at the plane, hydrogen will be the above. You can see there is methyl hydrogen interaction, methyl eclipsing interaction with the double bond. So this conformation is less stable compared to that, and because of the bulky group, epoxidation will form from the above position, and the product will be the above epoxide. Okay, and this is minor, almost I can say 40 to 31%. Yeah, you can see the if you change the cisterns conformations in the double bond, we will getting the different types of products. So this is the beauty of stereoselectivity in epoxidation. Okay, so I think I'm done. Thank you for watching this video.